And hello, my fellow nerds out there. This is Oracle Nerd Richie, and welcome back once again to Criminally Yours. So the Andre Otome that's also part for superheroes, I guess. I don't know. uh, so last so we got two episodes of this done already. We're on to the third episode. I don't really know what to expect, so let's just get right into it. I stepped through the front doors of the high rise in time for practice. Oh yeah, that's right. Our character is part of a band. I completely forgot about that. Familiar scent of Shirley Temples and cigar smoke hits my nostrils. A fixture of casts a fixture casts a dim light on the crowded room. The comforting sound of murmuring and clinking glasses adds to the ambience. Half the reason this place is so packed is because it's one of the few places in the city where you can smoke a cigar. There is the occasional vape user, but it's admittedly pretty tacky. What with the old-fashioned speakeasy-esque aesthetic the bar is aiming for. My eyes reflexively jump to the TV, constantly worried that there's a catastrophe happening somewhere. Thankfully, it never happens on the nights I go on stage. This time proves to be no different. As silly as it sounds, it's almost like Kronos takes Fridays off. I am thankful for that aspect of him, if nothing else. Even evil needs its rest it seems. I make my way to the stage, which is tucked in at the back of the room. My eyes scan the bar, resting a familiar face, Nicholas. Sitting at is sitting at the he's sitting at a corner table, nursing a drink, watching my every move intently. His windswept locks are neatly combed back. And okay, we get it. We get it. He's handsome. Like you don't need to keep describing it, me. And his sharp jawline is relaxed. A soft golden hue of lighting flecks off the glass of his drink, the amber liquid matching the warmth of his gaze. He leans back in his seat with a slight smile tugging on his lips. My date, my crush of last year. I, that thought almost makes me lose my nerve and retreat, but I refuse to be that person. I couldn't. I wait shyly, feeling a blush creep down my neck. I nod towards a curtain, letting him know that I'm starting soon, and he blows me a kiss in response. Oh goodness, focus, Richie. I scramble to my spot on the stage and clear my mind. I wait for my cue as the drummer and the pianist finish their parts. As the last notes of the intro fade, I take a deep breath and lift my sax to my lips. My fingers move effortlessly while my body sways with the gentle pulse of the song. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot our character plays the saxophone because they don't have trumpets, so we're gonna have to go with saxophone. It's the close next best thing. Wait, is this the music? Is this a song? It's a smooth, almost seductive sound that swirls through the space, nestling itself into the ears and hopefully hearts of the audience. I close my eyes to properly savor the moment, losing myself in the song. Each note is filled with an emotion that I imagine only jazz can evoke. My body relaxes as I continue, feeling in my element for the first time all day. I open my eyes and take in the crowd, but of course, my eyes find his. The look in his eyes is different this time. No longer warm and encouraging. Instead, they're fiery. The way he's staring at me makes me feel like I've gone onto the stage naked. I discreetly look down at myself just to be sure I'm not. The song is quite sexy in nature, but I never imagined it would elicit such a response. Not that I'm complaining. It's making me wish that this was a private performance, though. He flashes a fang and I swallow, tearing my gaze away from his. A heat spreads throughout my being. Desire hangs in the air between us, intimate and unspoken. Hopefully, my performance hasn't suffered from our exchange. Not that anyone could blame me if it did. I've never been on the receiving end of such a sexy look from Nicholas. As the piece shifts from a smooth ballad into something more upbeat, so does the energy in the room. In turn, my performance grows more expressive, my body responsive to the rhythms and completely aware that Nick is watching me. His mismatched eyes trace the arc of my movements, leaving a burning trail. There is a depth to performing jazz that to performing that has resonated with me from the first moment I'd seen a jazz concert live. Here, here my soul is laid bare. Every note and sound is a piece of myself on display for him. If he doesn't like me after this, he probably never will. I can't change who I am after all. The applause that follows at the end of the set is warm and appreciative. I share a beaming smile with my bandmates as we bow theatrically. I pack away my things before making my way off the stage. My bandmates follow right behind me. Isla, my closest friend in the band, grabs me by the shoulders, shaking him in glee. You did amazing out there. We couldn't get any sprites for these guys. Damn. Me? You did. Okay, we all did. I saw you brought a date. Yeah, just a guy from work. Not like this date is incredibly important or anything. Oh, you work with him? I nod. I think he's a regular here. A regular? I know he's been here a few times and even brought a date recently. Maybe this is his normal date spot? I'm not sure how to feel about being one of the many dates he's brought here. Oh, yeah? I think so. I mean, every time we performed, I've seen him. We've been playing here for at least 2 months now. You have? I thought he, I thought he'd never seen me perform before. Oh, he definitely has. Maybe that's why he agreed to go on a date. Maybe. I shouldn't hold you up. Go ha- go have fun. I think he's waiting by the bar. Isa winks at me before turning to speak with the other bandmates. I make my way to the bar, nervous energy building inside me as I draw closer. I spot where Nicholas is waiting, a fresh drink in front of him. He stands as I approach, and for a moment, everything around us fades away.
You were incredible.
His voice is low and filled with admiration. He leans in just enough that I can see a flicker of excitement in his eyes, a feeling that's mirrored my own. He quickly reverts back to the same old sunshiny self again. Maybe that's just the face that makes me he makes when concentrating. I've never watched a movie or anything of the sort with him before, so I can't say for sure. It's becoming more and more clear that there is more to Nick than I know. I grin despite my uncertainty, wiping the bead of sweat off my forehead. It's always nice when a crowd's energy matches the mood. Nicholas gestures to the drink in front of him, his hand lingering over the glass. I thought about ordering for you, but figured you might want to switch it up today. It is a special occasion. Whatever it is, I've got us both covered. I considered the offer for a moment, then settled on the chair beside him. The adrenaline from performing begins to wear off, and a new rush takes its place. Something light, maybe a gin and tonic? Or is that too basic? Not basic, classic. It's fitting. I like keeping it classy and old fashioned, just like this bar. You like this place? Love it. Yeah, my friend was saying that you're something of a regular. I watch as my fears are confirmed, his expression crumbling before my eyes. Why didn't you tell me you've already seen me perform?
I just didn't want to make you nervous.
It's still an odd thing to keep to yourself.
I know, I didn't mean to. Like I said, I was just nervous.
What are you nervous about?
Are you kidding? Going on this date with you.
I can hardly believe what I'm hearing. You are? He takes my hand in his, desperately trying to convey his sincerity.
I'm so glad you asked me out. I wanted to ask you out, but I was worried I'd scare you away.
Scare me away! He nods.
I've liked you for a long time now, since we started working together. And, well, you're you. You're just out of my league, and I just like you so much. I've never met someone so effortlessly put together as you.
It's like he used my own descriptor for him to compliment me. I resist the urge to pinch myself. You're kidding. He, his eyes narrow, boring into mine.
I'd never joke about this. It's true. I was too scared to make a move, but now that you have, well, I want to make it the best date you can imagine, but I feel like I've already failed.
I shake my head. No, I. I just. You go on a lot of dates, right? He shakes his head. That's not true. I don't go on that many dates. The last one was set up by some friends. I get asked out, but I often turn them down in favor of just hanging out at the bar here alone. You could ask anyone, they would say the same. I'm asking you.
See, I'm not good at this at all. I just had such a huge crush on you. I was trying to make you jealous by talking about how many dates I went on. I know it's dumb, but I just lose all sense of reason when it comes to you. I've gone about this all wrong.
He looks completely defeated, beaten to submission by his own doubts and fears. This is the first time I'd ever seen him so vulnerable. I always thought he had it together, so why does he look like his world is about to fall apart? Nick, look, I was just a little taken aback. In the future, try to be a little more forthcoming with that information. And don't be worried about scaring me off because, oh god, I guess it's my turn to be vulnerable. Here I go. Because I like you too. A lot. I also had a really stupid crush on you for way too long. If it wasn't for my mother, I'd never have asked you out in the first place. Or today. I can't read. His posture strengthens a little at that. Richie, I promise not to be this dumb again going forward. You're not dumb. I mean, you definitely wouldn't be the first person to act like a little stupid when feelings get involved. It's not who you are, though. You're the smartest guy I know. I squeeze his hand reassuringly. And a complete package. Really, I mean, handsome, thoughtful, and a photographic memory? I have no idea what someone as perfect as you is doing with me. I don't have anything to offer in comparison. Nick shakes his head. There's nothing to compare. You're hardworking, kind, and absolutely wonderful. We would be we would be here all night if I listed them all. The point is, you'd beat me easily if it were a competition. You take pity on idiots like me. Hush. I roll my eyes. This is good. We've got it out of our systems. Now we can be as cool as we think we are and just enjoy this night. I grab a glass of gin and tonic that the bartender set before me and raise it. To this evening. Nick grabs his own, staring deep into my eyes, and a shockwave runs down my spine. He clings his glass against mine. To us. We both take a sip, never breaking eye contact. I down it in one go, hoping liquid courage will take over. The bartender is quick to refill it, but I choose not to touch it just yet. So, do you come here often? Nick's head falls as he lets out a wry laugh. I do, mostly alone. Mostly to watch you perform, because you're incredible. Not that I had ever had the guts to say anything. I thought it would be as weird as your coworker. That's better. I didn't know you had a cruel side. I think there's a lot we don't know about each other. More to discover then. I'm personally looking forward to it. There's nothing casual about this interaction, but what do I care? This is Richie's life. Oracle can have everything else. Let me have him. Nick's hands rest on my arm, stroking it rhythmically with his thumb. So, what don't I know about you? Sort of a loaded question. What do you want to know? Everything? That's too broad. Okay then, what's your favorite color? My favorite color? Do you want to know what my favorite after school snack is too? Just answer the question. Uh, wait. Okay, wait. I don't know if what counts as what because because my favorite color personally is green. Like green has always been my favorite color, especially but like it's technically a mix of a warm and a cool color. So what do I say about that? I I guess green counts as a cool color if you think about it. Okay, you know what? You know what? That fixes it. That fixes it. It's green, earthy, evocative, and refreshing. I giggle. I I don't think there's anything deeper to it. I just like I just like what I like. What's yours? Not so silly of a question now, is it? Just answer. Blue. Basic. It's actually most people's favorite color, especially men. How do you know all this stuff? Oh wait, you must remember every ridiculous fact you've learned. Bingo. School must have been a breeze. So, how did you end up as a project manager? He shrugs. I never wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, or anything prestigious. I strive for simplicity. Hey, you and me both, brother. You and me both. But you'd have made so much more money, and getting the necessary degree would actually be child's play. I have passions. Working isn't one of them. Oh? Like what? I'm watching for his response when his hand leaves mine, just out to grab something behind me. His face transforms to a blistering rage. I turn around and see a groaning man, his palms open, and a small bag of powder drops to the floor. Call the police. The bartender is already dialing. What's going on? This man was trying to slip something into your drink. Nick releases his wrist and leaving a black and blue ring around it. He dashes out of the bar and into the night. Why'd you let him go? He pulls out a wallet. He won't get far, trust me. One way or another, he'll be dealt with. He grabs his own drink off the counter and takes a sip. He appears out of the sorts, but he swiftly regains his composure. It's impressive how he can shift in the blink of an eye. Hate to cut you off, but I'll get you some water and coffee instead. I'll walk you home. He takes my hand and I step down from my stool. We exit the bar and into the crisp night air. We wander through the city streets and a soft hum of the evening settling around us. It's true. If I don't let him win at tennis, I'm scared he'll cut my salary. No, he won't. Oh, he will. He has too much manly pride. I'd be annoyed if I had to play worse just to make him happy. It doesn't bother me. I mean, winning isn't everything. Easy for you to say. How so? Well, you're a good-looking guy with a good job. You're healthy. And I've got a hot date. I guess you're right. I blush, turning my face away for a moment. He reaches for my hand, intertwining our fingers. You're always right. Enough with the flattery. I shove him slightly. We laugh, continuing to share workplace stories with plenty of clumsy flirting, at least on my part. Our hands go clammy against each other, but neither of us let go. The bar is now far behind us, its warm light a distant glow, as we make our way back to my apartment. Where do you live? I offered to walk you home, but I've just been following you this whole time. Now that he mentions it, I'm not sure if I should bring him back. There's no telling what could happen. If I showed him where I live, he might find out I'm Oracle. Maybe it's better to be safe than sorry. I slow my pace to a stop. I think I can handle the rest of the way back. Nick's eyes are filled with disappointment. It's a feeling I share. I also don't want this night to end. He smiles despite it, but it doesn't quite meet his eye. It doesn't quite meet his eyes. He reaches for my other hand, bringing it to his lips. My heart falls to my stomach before shooting right back out to my throat. He swings our interlocked hands between us in a way that soothes my nerves a bit. I've had an amazing time. Thank you for giving me a chance. I hope I didn't screw it up. I shake my head. You said it earlier, winning isn't everything. You don't have to be perfect, Nick. Be perfect, Nick, with me. I like seeing this dorky side of you. Dorky? His voice comes out as a whine and I giggle. It's okay. I still think you're cute, but I'm a bit of a nerd myself. I like I like that that's the phrase they use because dude, I swear this game was literally just made for me, isn't it? I swear, if you guys actually made this game for me, I will be very happy. But like, yeah, honestly, I'm Oracle, I'm a nerd, and my name is Richie. Come on, this game you can't tell me this game was not made for me, specifically. But even if it wasn't, it's just there's no way. The lineup is too immaculate. Oh, but I guess I should probably say, like, I don't mind. If any of you out there want to make fan games for me, I don't mind. You can go ahead and make any fan games you want. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Oh, I know that. I scrunch up my nose at him. Shut up. I, I smile up at him, and he returns the gesture with one of his own. A genuine one this time. The kind of smile that never fails to make my heart flutter. The lingering buzz of the day wraps up as in a comfortable silence. I can't help but feel the pull between us, the invisible thread that draws him closer to me with each passing moment. We both know exactly what was coming, but neither of us rushes it. We don't need to. I can feel the electricity crackling between us, that undeniable spark. Then almost instinctively he takes a step closer, the air between us growing warmer, our breaths almost in sync. The tension is palpable, the kind of moment where the time stretches and nothing else matters. His face inches closer, and I close my eyes, bracing it for impact. This is something I've never believed possible, but it's finally happening. The feeling of his lips on mine never comes. I peel my eyes open to see Nicholas staring fixedly down in the streets. My chest tightens, and something in my gut twists. I blink, trying to focus on what had made him pause. I pull back, his expression shifting into something more guarded, and even as he tries to mask it with a casual smile. Sorry. He steps back slightly, his voice a little sharper than I expected. I just remembered I had to go. I raise an eyebrow, a sickening feeling in my throat. Really? Is everything okay? Nicholas nods quickly, trying to be convincing. Yeah, all good. Just a work thing I forgot. Got to get it squared away before tomorrow. He shifts his feet on his feet, glancing back down the street. He wants to get away from me that badly? Damn. Okay. I do everything in my power to not sound defeated. Well, I guess I'll see you around. Yeah, definitely. We should do this again sometime soon. What? Why would he say that? His words are smooth, rehearsed, but it's clear he's planning his exit. He nods at me, stepping back, and begins to walk away. I can't even bear to watch him go. It takes everything in me not to sprint back to my apartment and hide under my sheets for the rest of my life. The first thing I see when I open my eyes is Kronos, but in what looks to be some sort of warehouse, talking. He's always talking. I clutch my head, groaning. Well, at least it isn't a vision of Nicholas. Yeah, I'm starting to smell the bullshit already. I don't think I could stomach one today. It's a stupid thought since I'm going to be seeing him regardless, unless he plans on avoiding me after last night. Is it too late to call out of work? Yes? Shit. Plus, I didn't even get home till late last night, so Mom's going to have questions. Why did I ever ask him on a date? Everything would be normal if I hadn't. Ugh. I can't show weakness. Is this easily is this easily one of my most embarrassing moments of my life? Without a doubt. I'd take being defeated by Kronos on live television again over re-experiencing what I had last night. Hmm. How could how could he be so into me and then in an instant so disgusted? What did I even do? I move through my usual routine, but I just can't shake those thoughts no matter how hard I try. Today's going to suck. There is no other way about it. Maybe I'll get lucky and Nicholas will call out. But seriously, why did he say he wanted to go out again? Was it just to be nice to me? I'm not in the mood to ask, so I suppose I'll have to be okay with never knowing. I drag my feet through the hallway towards the living room. Mom is seated at the table, her eyes fixed on the TV. The food is already set out, but I don't have much of an appetite. I sit and pretend to watch the news program. Local man found dead in the street this morning. This day just gets worse and worse. I see it, his face, the man from the bar, the one who attempted to drug me. He died? I'm not exactly devastated by the revelation, this, but it's still insane. Authorities are saying this was a homicide. Homicide? He didn't just overdose or something? The killer is believed to be Kronos. What? Shh. I look between my mom and the TV. Kronos? He murdered him? Why? Did Kronos hire him to drug me? Wait, does that mean he knows my secret identity? Or is it just a coincidence? I have way too many questions. At this rate, my brain is going to burst. The news broadcast cuts to commercial. Odd for him to be murdering random civilians. Mom, I know that man. When I was in high rise last night, he tried to drug me. I can tell she's thinking the same thing. Do you think Kronos knows your civilian identity? I don't know how. I've been so careful. It could be a coincidence. We shouldn't treat it like it's a coincidence. This could be dangerous. I had a vision this morning of Kronos. Tonight I'll meet him in what looks to be like a warehouse. You'll have to prepare. You need to stop him this time for good. I nod. I know. If I were you, I'd try to find out which warehouse he'll be at. I already planned on it. Ugh. Look, I'm going to head to the office early. I've got too much work to do today. Okay, please be safe. I love you. I will. Love you too. I'm out the door in a minute. I catch an early train and getting to the office right as Richard does. Huh, get here so early. Got to finish that project, right? We already did. Really? Are you here then? I just didn't want to be home. I get that. Work is a great way to get away from the missus. From the missus. The, though you probably don't have that problem. I resist the urge to roll my eyes, finding my desk and searching up all the local warehouses. There are way too many. I start taking note of each one, looking at photos closely and trying to match them with the warehouse in my vision. I'm interrupted when Richard approaches the bouquet in hand, setting it on my desk. I look at him questioningly. They're for you. I stand up and inspect them suspiciously. My heart drops when I see who it's from. From Nick with a little heart. They're dahlias. Green ones. Wait, I don't think I've actually ever seen dahlia flowers. Wait, hold up a second. Okay, yeah, I just looked them up. Yeah, this is what, that's what they look like. That makes sense. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I reach for the envelope and read it over. Dear Richie, I want to tell you how sorry I am for how things ended last night. I was incredibly nervous and I didn't handle myself well. I'll do what I can to make it up to you. These flowers are just the start. I couldn't help but think of when you saw them, though they can hardly compare to how beautiful you are. A sense of relief washes over me. I wasn't expecting this. Just, so he does like me. He was just nervous. That's all it was? He is more unpredictable than I thought. Why didn't he give me the flowers himself? Is he not coming into work then? It's presentation day. I'd hate to do it all alone. Just as I thought just as that thought starts to settle in. Morning, Nick. Morning, Dick. Is Richie here? Richard points to my direction. It's really weird that there's just happens to be a character in here that has the same name as me. That is just weird. It's, as Brock Sampson would say, it's just weird. Nick beelines for me, looking a little deceived. Did he walk here or something? What do you think of them? Again, I'm so sorry. You know what? Yeah, I might as well save. Might as well forgive him. It's okay. I appreciate your apology. I stare at the flowers on my desk, feeling the best that I have felt in hours. He breathes a sigh of relief. You have no idea how happy I am to hear you say that. I want to make it up to you. Why don't we do something tonight? Is that too soon for a second date? The vision of Kronos comes to mind. I'm really sorry, Nick, but I kind of have plans today. Oh. His face drops. I do want to go on a second date, so ask me another time. That seems to perk him up. I really, I really thought that was it between us.
I've never been like this with anyone before. This nervous, I mean.
Am I that intimidating?
Sort of. I know you're something special.
Hardly.
You won't be able to talk me out of liking you, okay? I've tried that for the last year, and it hasn't worked.
That long? He nods, looking cute as the blush crosses his cheeks. When I think back to our time spent together, I guess it does seem like he's always cared for me. He'd buy me drinks, come over to my desk to talk, and show genuine interest in me. I don't know how I didn't see it before. Maybe I didn't want to delude myself. I'm just glad we figured it out. That's that it's mutual. I always thought I'd be fumbling my way through any relationship I got in, but with Nick it's easy. If anything, I need help I need to help him feel comfortable. Well, now that everything's sorted, we've got work to do. I was worried I'd have to present this all by myself. Yeah, I was running late. I had to go to the police station, then the flower shop. The police station? You didn't hear? The guy who tried to roofie you last night died. The police were at my house this morning. I had I had his wallet, and I was one of the last people to see him alive. They didn't come to your place? I shake my head. Weirdly not. They're saying Kronos did it. That's what I heard too. It's weird. Did we get roped up in something we shouldn't have? I think it's just a coincidence. I pray that's all it is. And maybe if I say it enough, that's all it'll be. I hope you're right. They didn't seem they didn't seem that convinced of my innocence, but they let me go. I guess I do have a motive from their point of view. He shrugs. It'll sort itself out. The truth always comes to light. It does. It always does. That thought saddens me. Let's just get to work. I'm ha- I'm happy to I'm happy to do that. The teams go into the conference room one by one to present their projects. Nick and I are second to last, of course, but nerves grow as each team enters and exits the room. Finally, it's our turn. Nick reaches for my hand, squeezing in reassurance before releasing it. I haven't even considered how we I haven't even considered how we'd navigate dating in a workplace. I'm fairly certain that it's not allowed. But it's hard to care when he's looking at me so sweetly. Nick and I take turns speaking during the presentation. We smoothly transition from one topic to the next, encountering no issues despite my earlier anxiety. I am completely in my element. Before too long it's over and Richard is clapping. I love it. I had a feeling you two would be the dream team. I think I should probably give I think I should stick to giving Richard like a Jonah Jameson kind of voice. Parker, where are those pictures? We exchange a look and laughing to ourselves. Thank you, sir. We step out of the conference room and rush to the rush of adrenaline still circulating through us. Nick looks at Nick looks at me and a grin tugging on his lips. I can't help but mirror it. The project, the one we've poured so much into these last few weeks, is finally done. Our boss gave us a thumbs up. I exhale slowly, leaning back against the hallway wall, trying to keep my cool, even though inside I feel like I'm floating. Nick stands next to me, his shoulder brushing mine. I glance at him, noting the way his eyes shine. I think we did it. His voice low, just for me. Yeah, we really did. My heart is beating faster than it probably should be. He surveys his surroundings for a bit. It's just us.
Hey,
The mood instantly shifts.
can I make up for last night?
He leans in, his breath warm against my cheek. I feel the pull, the tension between us growing stronger. Bruh. You're seriously giving me this choice right now? Let's wait on it. Say yes, of course. Please. Just as he moves to do so, a hand lands on his shoulder. Play record scratch MP3. Really? That was too funny timing. I freeze, my stomach plummeting. Well done, you two. Richard claps Nick on the back. That was a stellar presentation. You should both be proud. Nick and I pull away. I can feel the heat flooding in my face. Did we just get caught? Is it obvious? Thanks, sir. Nick glances at me with a small, apologetic smile. I clear my throat, trying to regain my composure. The last thing I want to do is cause any trouble. Yeah, it was. A team effort. We're just glad it's over. Well, since you two did such a fantastic job, how about grabbing drinks after work? I want to invite the whole department to help celebrate. I try not to look too relieved that the awkward moment has passed. This is good. It's casual. It's fine, right? Nick looks at me for a second and I catch his eyes. His smile is still there, just as warm, but then he turns back to our boss. I'd love to, but he peeks at me again, and I can't help but notice the way his gaze softens. A slight question in his eyes. Clear my throat. I have plans tonight, but I guess I could join you guys for a bit. Our boss nods, unfazed. No problem. Quick one is better than none at all. Am I right, Nick? He pats me his back again. Nick smiles, though it seems to be there to mask a grimace. All right, I'll see you two later. As he walks away, Nick turns to me. Are you sure you have plans tonight? His voice is teasing but soft. It's not like he's not quite letting go of our almost kiss. I'll make it up to you, I promise. I'm practically a bundle of nerves on the way back to my desk, but I cannot help but enjoy the anticipation. The office party is buzzing with energy. We're free of our cubicles, and I'm finally able to relax a little. We raise a toast before breaking it off into our little groups. Alright, and I think that is actually a good point to save for now. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason